Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back once again to Creative Control, the entertainment podcast. I'm your host, Kenan, and thank you for joining us on our latest episode. We have this show, Creative Control, the entertainment podcast, where we talk about movies, TV, pop culture. And then we have Wrestling is Awesome, where it's everything dedicated to WWE. So, joining me on this episode today, because again, it's one of our popular themes and it always brings people out of the woodwork because people have got opinions. We are talking the top 10 movies of 1992. So, in this series, we are all gentlemen on the show today of a certain age, which means that we enjoyed a lot of movies from the 80s and 90s. So, we went back and started giving our top 10s from 1980 onwards. And so, what we do is this is a draft pick. So, if you are familiar or you're not, the way we go about it, as there are six of us on the podcast today, we're all going to get one pick to guarantee a spot in the combined top 10. So it's all about strategy, it's about being smart. And that'll give us a six, which will leave us four places. I'll then go around to each person on the show and get them to nominate three further films they'd like to put forward. And then we're going to vote on those films to try and nail it down to a final top 10. Everyone will get a chance to give us their full top 10 as we go through it at the end. But yeah, it's a really fun show. It throws up lots of debates. You think you know where it's going, and then Sasha will just pull something out of thin air and be like, just cause chaos. So I'm really looking forward to see what he comes up with today. Right, joining me on today's show is Chris. Long time, but Chris, welcome back. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm amazing, and I'm ready for this list as hard as it was going to be.
Yeah, Chris Mader happened to be on the show today. Well, 1990s teen, and boy, was it good. Chris is on the show. Thank you very much. And coming back again, it's been a while, but Greg, welcome back to the show. How you doing?
Hello, thanks for having me back on. Yeah, I'm doing well. 2026. I think it's going to be a big year for many things, and I'm going to be honest. I made this list pretty much as soon as we'd finished recording the 1991 podcast. It is a tough year, but it wasn't too hard to pick my favorites. But there are some
Yeah, that's right, because you're on the
great movies.
podcast. Yeah, absolutely. And Greg, the author, as we now know, any more news on where we are with that?
I'm at the process where I've now had all the editing done. It's come back from my American editor who had it for a few weeks. And so now it's going off to agents and it will be published at some point this year.
Awesome stuff. Well, congratulations. Really looking forward to that read. So well done, Greg. Thank you for being on. Dave, Wolfie's back. How you doing, buddy?
Hello, sir. How are we all? Happy New Year, everyone. Yeah, been good.
And Lee, coming on to you, my friend. How are you doing?
Yeah, doing very well, thank you.
And finally, my right-hand man on the podcast. Couldn't have done it without him. Sash, man. How are you doing, Sasha?
All good, man. Ready to reel off this list, man. It's been a lot of tough choices. A lot of tough choices, but I think I definitely got my number one and my number two and my number 10. So yeah.
Anything in between can change. All right. Okay. Well, just before we go around with our first pick, I just want to say thank you very much for being here, whether you're watching or listening. Make sure if you are watching, you hit that subscribe button on YouTube and hit that bell to get notified. And if you're listening to us on an audio podcast, make sure you hit subscribe, whichever podcast platform you find ourselves on. We are on Apple, Spotify, Anchor, Good Pods. We are everywhere. So yeah, thank you very much for following us. Don't forget to leave us a comment as well, especially in the comments. Let us know your thoughts on our picks. Did we get the right movies? Did we not? Let us know your top 10 films of 1992. So I am going to spin the random name generator. So we go for our first round pick, and it is going to be Sasha. You are first up, sir. You get to lock in your first movie.
So refresh me with the rules. I don't have to put my number one. I can put anything on the list.
Anything on your list, but this is your only guaranteed placement on the list.
Right. Okay. Okay. Then in that case, it's John Woo's Hard Boiled. It's probably the action movie of the fucking year. All right. This was a tough one because you equally had from Hong Kong Super Cop with Jackie Chan and Michelle Yeoh's first major starring role, which is amazing. But Hard Boiled, Chow Yun-fat's Agent Tequila, which had a spin-off video game on the 360, forgotten the name of the game. But this film is a real John Woo film. And that 45-minute hospital sequence is some of the best pieces of action cinema ever put on film.
All right.
Gone.
I when I went through the list, I saw that was released that year. I knew it was going to make your list. Didn't make my top 10. I haven't watched that in many years.
It shits on all the films you guys are all going to mention. Just saying right now.
Is that your number one?
It's true.
Is that
It's
your number
actually
one
not my
spot?
number one. It's not my
Right.
number one. It's more like my number 6, I think.
Okay. All right. Did anybody else have Hard Boiled on their list?
No.
No.
No. Anybody
it
want
was
to
my
comment
number
on Hard
5.
Boiled?
It was my number.
No. Okay. Fine. So that's Hard Boiled. Sasha's looked at it. It's one of those movies. I couldn't even tell you what happens. I know it's an action kung fu movie, John Woo, but I do not remember the plot or anything about it. So that's
There's jazz. There's music. Lots of blood, guns, and violence.
all right.
Oh, okay. I have to rewatch that.
Yeah, no, once out of this. And that's what's great about this show is it brings up movie where you're like, you know what? I either need to watch that for the first time because it's one of those that step through the net, or I need to revisit it. And this is one to the revisit list. Right.
I remember watching Hard Boiled pretty much when it came out, or maybe a little bit after. But I remember hiring it from Blockbuster and watching it with my old friend Mark Dunks, that many of you know. And so I remember watching it and thinking it was awesome. And I know they ended up remaking it, didn't they? An American version, different name. There was a remake. They based some sort on Hard Boiled. There was something that was very much the story of Hard Boiled, I believe. Like,
Quite a nice sense.
yeah.
I know there was a remake of The Killer recently.
Yeah.
Which
It
is
wasn't.
up-
It wasn't a direct remake. It was so similar. Just like Judge Dredd is The Raid, basically reskinned. It was like that. So, yeah.
Okay. Right, let's move on. So our next draft pick for the number 2 spot on our list is Dave. You are up, sir.
I have to lock this one in. The man, the myth, the legend, the chin, the boomstick, Army of Darkness, Sam Raimi's masterpiece. The cheesiest of hell, but it's one of the best out there for comedy. Slapstick humor, Ray Harryhausen, that type of thing. It's got everything. Skeleton fighting, yep, you've got it. Yeah, everything about it. Pure comedy.
Okay. I've never seen it. I've never seen an Army of Darkness. I've never seen an
No, me
Dawn
neither.
of the Dead movie, any of those. So I cannot comment into the leather. Has anybody else got Army of Darkness on their list? Chris,
I do.
go ahead. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Saxon's gonna hate me, but I've never watched Evil Dead 1 and 2
Yeah. I've never seen it.
at all. But this is a film that I watched and just fell about. Like, just loved it. It was just amazing. Bruce Campbell at his probably top like level of not trying to act, but trying to just be himself and in the film, and it's just a lot of fun. It's a really great horror action comedy. So I think it covers about 3 different things there, and he's brilliant in it. Great film. It was I think it was on my list at number. Sorry, let's check. It was at my list at number 10.
Okay.
For me, number 1 was mine.
As number 1 on your list. Okay.
Yeah, number 1.
Anybody else, Army of Darkness? Any other thoughts? Any other positions on their top 10? Nope. Silence the rest across the room, just the two. That's the beauty of movies. Everyone's got something a little different that gets them going. Right. Let's spin the wheel and see who is going to go next. And next up is Chris. Chris, you're up. What is your pick to get guaranteed spot on our top 10 of 1992?
That's a hard one. I think I was going to try. I was thinking about doing something like right up with it, like something that I was going to be. But I think there's some films that everyone's going to love. So I think I'll go with Centre Ballroom.
Nice.
Actually, never
Please.
seen it.
Oh, okay.
You should see it, mate. It's a moving film. It's wonderfully acted by Al Pacino, young Fisher Dunn. It is a film I've watched probably 10 times. It is just magnetic cinema. It is a film that if it comes on and I have the time, I will watch it.
Yeah. I'm in the dark here. I'm in the dark. Dialogue.
Is this the one where I'm gonna, okay, I'll make a point of watching it then.
Amazing movie.
This was number 2 on my list, but I feel like it's a film that maybe other people wouldn't necessarily mention. But nah, Second Woman is really good film and needs to be in the list.
Yeah, it was.
Must be in the for that.
Yeah, it was number 8 on my list, and is one of those movies. The way that I kind of look at my list is, if I was looking it through the films I enjoyed around that time in the 90s, compared to how I feel about those movies now, they're two very different lists. Do you know what I mean? And that's trying to find the balance here, because it was like, set of them, I enjoyed it then, I enjoyed it now. Some I'm like, I love that then, but would it make my top 10 now? And some of them didn't. And that's why I kept repositioning my list. And each time I looked at a film, I thought, I love that movie, but on retrospect, this I think is a better crafted movie, well-made movie. And so it's about finding the balance of enjoyment, repeat viewing, and just like the art and the craft of making that movie as well. So I had it on my top 10 list. Anybody else?
Yes, I had it at number 6. I was going to say that my top 6 were all movies that I really hope to see in there. I was really kind of hoping that someone was going to pick one of them in my top 5, because I wanted those even more. But I am delighted that Chris has taken Scent of a Woman. I'm really chuffed with that one, because it's an amazing movie. There are some absolutely awesome performances in there. Even things like a young Philip Seymour Hoffman and things like that. So fantastic performances, and some of the most quotable speeches and moments ever. So.
Okay. Right. Anybody else got any other thoughts on Scent of a Woman?
Probably the car scene where he goes to test ride the Ferrari, and I'm like, oh my god, you're blind as well. But it's brilliant. This moment was brilliant and made the movie.
Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah. So if you haven't seen it, go check out Scent of a Woman. Al Pacino, Chris O'Donnell. Great cinema. Right. Let's spin that wheel again, and let's see who is going to go next. It is going to be. It was almost me. Lee, you're up, sir. Lock in your movie.
Okay. Well, I think I'll probably go for the obvious one, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
Okay. Yeah.
I knew Lee would get that one. I knew it. Yeah, it got removed from my honorable mentions just now, and I was like, someone's gonna save Home Alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's always stuck with me. Both of them, Home Alone and Home Alone 2. I just think it's a great follow-up to the first one. Tim Curry in that, he's brilliant in the hotel. Like, it's got some great moments. So every year it gets watched multiple times, not just at Christmas, to be fair. Watch it throughout the year, to be fair. So
Yeah.
lock in.
Yeah, locked in. It's made my top 10 list, and it was quite high on my list, actually. I think I had it at 3, because I think it's that rewatchability. Again, it's one of those that you keep revisiting almost on a yearly basis. And it is a remake of the first in most senses, but it just works. It's just that, it's just the way it makes you feel. And it's it's the Wet Bandits or the Sticky Bandits in number 2. It won't make the movie, and that's what it's really about. And I think you appreciate them so much more as an adult. As obviously you're rooting for the kid and all the traps and everything like that, but it's them in that movie. You get to love them on such a different level as you get older. Home Alone 2 is
its finest.
100%.
Donald Trump.
Yeah, well,
Oh yes, you could fit Trump.
so it was on Lee's list, it was on my list. Was it on anybody else's list?
It made my honorable mentions. It was on my actual top 10, but I bumped it because I have something in my top 10, which is my preferred Christmas movie that is a perennial favorite. So I've bumped it to my honorable mentions.
I'm glad I locked it in then, because I wasn't going to. I was thinking, someone else will mention it, but it doesn't sound like they would. So I'm glad I got it in there.
You're our savior. So
Again, with my sort of like now adult brain, that is one film that probably could have been bumped for something else. But it's still in the heart, so it stays. Right. Any more thoughts on Home Alone 2? We good?
It was 13th on my list.
13th. Okay. Right, here we go. And next up is Greg. Greg, it is your shout, sir. So what are you going to lock into the top 10?
Well, first of all, I'm going to say I'm glad I came so late because I wanted to see if anyone else was going to lock in. I'm even going to take 5, and nobody did. I'm gutted. The closest I got was my number 6 with Chris and Send for Woman, which I'm pleased with. But this is
number 2.
yeah, the heart. Well, here's the thing. I'm really going to struggle because I've got my 4 of my top 5. I really want to name. I really want them, and I'm having to think really tactically. There's ones that I don't think might get in. Possibly Satch might vote for it if it was into the final 4. So I'm obfuscating here, but it's really, really tactical and it's really, really tough. But because you guys have all let me down, shame on you, with the exception of Chris, I'm gonna have to put something in, which I think I'd be really gutted if it didn't make. I got a feeling if I put it into the final draft, it would get through, but I can't take that chance. So I'm going to go with an amazing movie, amazing director, and for me, an amazing writer, which is A Few Good Men.
Yes. Thank you, Greg.
You're very welcome. Rob Reiner, obviously exceedingly sad news recently. An amazing director, and the writer Aaron Sorkin, I think, is just a god amongst men. If he wrote his version of the phone book, if anyone's old enough to remember such a thing, then I would watch it. So yeah, an amazing movie, a tour de force of acting, and amazingly quotable as well. So yeah, that's my top choice. And that is my actual top choice. But yeah, I'm still gutted that 2 more of those can't sneak in as well. So
Is that your number 1, yeah?
that is my number 1.
That's my number 2. You'll disagree with my number 1 heavily, I'm sure. But
I know what your number 1 is. I will play somebody on it now.
you really don't.
Oh,
You
really?
You think
I think I know what it is.
You think you do. You all think you do, but you'll be heavily wrong.
I'll tell you when we get to it. I'll tell you if I was right.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. It's not. It's not the Quentin Tarantino movie of the year.
I know it's not.
Oh, I know it's not as well.
People may know you better than you think, Sasha. So a few good men. Here's the thing. It wasn't my top 10. But then when I really thought about it and the rewatchability, I'm like, you know what? I remember certain scenes which are iconic. It was in the original intro. But there are other movies which I've just gone back to more often. And it's not to say this doesn't deserve in the top 10 because it kind of should be. And again, this goes back to the adult brain. As an adult brain, it's a really well made movie. It's really well acted. It's really well written. It should be in there, but it doesn't make me feel or invent the nostalgia that some of these other ones do. So so this is my honorable mentions at the moment, but it went in and out of that top 10 quite a lot.
See, this is one.
None of my list is adult brain. It's all nostalgia. I was telling you that now. None of my list is adult brain. No, it's all just rewatchability and what I loved when I was around that time. It's
Yeah, this one's one I never grew up with. I saw it later, probably in my 20s. But I have rewatched this bare times, especially during the pandemic. It's one of those, whenever it's on TV, I'm locked in start to finish.
Right.
And you've got like 2 of my favorite actors ever. It's Nicholson and fucking Cruise going at it. And you know what? They just don't make good courtroom dramas like they used to. This is like classic textbook. This is how it's done. And it's amazing.
The funny thing is this is the second courtroom drama I've got from this year in my top 10. But the other one isn't. It's great, but I haven't watched it as much.
Oh, yeah.
It's not quite as quoted.
What you mean as well? Yep.
Yeah, A Scent of a Woman has a courtroom-esque scene as well.
Third one, yeah.
another courtroom drama.
Yeah.
Courtroom movie as well.
Right, so A Few Good Men. Did anybody else have it on their list? Obviously, Greg.
Was in my list, but it didn't make it again, unfortunately, to say out. But Kevin Bacon also great in supporting role in the
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so we're going to move on. So it's down to my pick now. And this is my number one movie of that year, and lost count how many times I've seen it, sung it, quoted it. It's Aladdin. It had to be Disney's Aladdin. It's changed the game for animation. It was one of those, the renaissance of Disney. Robin Williams just with an impeccable performance, and the fact that they got like a couple of movies worth of content out of him, they could probably redo the whole movie, almost like Anchorman 2 with just alternative dialogue. And yeah, it's got the heart, it's got the soul, it's got the humor, the songs. Yeah, it's perfect quintessential Disney for me. So yeah, Aladdin was my number one film, and it's my lock in for the top 10. Did Chris go ahead?
My number one too.
Mine too.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, and I didn't expect it to be your number one. Okay, fair enough.
No, for real. You know what? As a kid, I watched this bare times. I got it Blu-ray, I got it 4K, I got Disney Plus. I got all the formats, man. This is my favorite Disney movie of all time, hands down. Not the Will Smith one, Robin Williams one, for exact same reasons that you guys mentioned. And to be honest, yeah, like, come on, it's the 90s. There wasn't that much Asian representation, man. It's like Aladdin was our guy, man. So, like, okay, it was Middle East, but we'll take it. We'll take it. You know what? You know what? Abu, use the G, man. Use the real G. So much so, check out the Abu challenge on Antstream Arcade, made by me. Try and get the lead.
Oh, brilliant.
Quick plug.
Always welcome. Okay, so Chris number one, Sasha number one. That's awesome. Greg, Lee, Dave, was it on any of your lists?
I had it on my list at number 8.
It made my own
Likely on there.
Mine's number 8 as
well.
Was this the number one you were thinking of, Greg?
No, what it wasn't. No. I'll go what I think. I'll tell you later when it went to me. Undoubtedly, I'll say that's.
So you, Satch, was Glengarry Moss. I thought you were going to go with. Thought you were going to go with the Glengarry.
I thought it was going to go with El Mariachi. I really do.
Ah.
But yeah, no, I must admit, when Kenan mentioned I've sung along to it, I got my hopes up that it would be one more other one though. And I was like, and then it was Aladdin. I was like, oh no, that's all right. That's on my top 10. It's 8. But I was hoping you were going to hit my number 2, and I was going to.
Right.
But no, not quite.
Awesome. Okay, so Aladdin makes our top 10. So that's our hard locked in 6. So that is Hard Boiled, Army of Darkness, Scent of a Woman, Home Alone 2, A Few Good Men, and Aladdin. Right. So now, guys, we're going to go round to the time where you guys are going to give me 3 from your list that you want to put forward. And basically, if we get an outright winner in terms of the number of people that vote for that, they just might get locked straight in. But if we have ties, then we'll go back to revoting and so forth. So I'm going to go around back in the same order that we did it previously. So that means, Sasha, you are up first. So give me the 3 films that you want to put forward for the final top 10.
Glengarry Glen Ross. Okay. That's one. The other one is Eddie Murphy's The Distinguished Gentleman. And lastly is Batman Returns.
Yes. Okay, so I've never heard of the first film you mentioned, Glengarry Glen Ross.
Oh, mate.
And I don't think I've watched The Distinguished Gentleman either.
Oh,
I
mate.
think so.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Distinguished Gentleman was watched a lot in this household. Well, Eddie Murphy films in general comedy movies were watched a lot in this household in the 80s and 90s. And this was more like an adult, more adult humor kind of thing, but it was still funny as fuck. And it's one of his underrated gems, I think. It's more political satire as well. So the older you are, the more you'll get it. But yeah, really good. I can't remember who else is in it, but no, the guy that was, I've forgotten the actor's name now. But anyway, and Glengarry Glen Ross, guys. All right, this film. Do you remember those Al Pacino sound bites back in the early 2000s with the Schwarzenegger ones?
Yeah,
This film is where all the Al Pacino sound bites came from. A lot of that.
right.
This and Scent of a Woman, they got the sound bites from those 2 films blatantly, because I'm telling you, he's in there as a great cast. Alec Baldwin, him, Ed Harris. Um,
Yeah, you got Alan Arkin, Josh Lindman, Kevin Spacey. I'm looking at stellar cast.
yeah, stellar cast. And you know what? It's fucking hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. Check it out. I'm not gonna say anything more. Just watch it. I think it'll be Greg's cup of tea because it's definitely kind of
I
like
would see that. I've heard great things about it.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I am, however, disappointed because there's another one of my mentions, which is also a stellar cast, and I thought you were going to be the person who had my back, but we'll see. We'll see.
okay. We'll discuss. We'll discuss.
Okay. All right. So Glengarry Glen Ross, the distinguished gentleman of Batman Returns.
I
say-
say Batman Returns because I'm only Dave I know would die on that cross. So you know.
I can't. Well, I'd be surprised if it's not on most of our top tens. But Dave, give me your 3 films that you want to put forward.
Okay, I have to secure these ones in there. Well, I've been to place it in there, but I'll go with the epic Michael Mann movie, The Last Mohicans.
Never seen.
Memoirs of an Invisible Man by John Carpenter. And if I don't try to get it in there, I'll never get it in there again. Brain Dead, aka Dead or Alive, Peter Jackson.
Okay.
Amazing what you could do with the lawnmower.
True story.
Okay. Well, this might go on a lot longer than I thought it might. So I guess that's another 3 fresh films. Last of Mohicans, Memoirs of an Invisible Man, and Brain Dead, Dead or Alive. Okay. Okay. So now we move on to Chris. Give us your
Okay.
give us your
Right.
picks.
I'm not really sure why Dave didn't mention Dracula by Bram Stoker, because that film, I think, needs to be in the list of 1992 films.
It's had my more mentions, but it wasn't one I watched all the time. Unfortunately.
Never seen it.
You haven't seen it?
I've never seen it.
Make it
It's
put it on
great.
the list.
Don't get me wrong.
Put it on the list to watch tomorrow.
That is how that film changed me. That film,
Gary
is
Oldman.
amazing. Gary
Your
Oldman.
favourites, man. It's just amazing. He's amazing in it. Dracula. And then I chose 2 films. I went down Lee's road of looking at these films, and I had Batman Returns in my list because of my favorite early Batman films. But I actually went with films I watched a lot, which is Sister Act, which used to come in, and the Mighty Ducks.
Right.
That's
I
what
think-
Neil would have logged in if he was on.
Yeah.
I think the Sister Act is, you talk about Aladdin being singable, like Sister Act is just a great form. Great.
Was that the one you were thinking of, Greg, when I said it? I sung
No, I've got another one. Sister Act's my number 3, and I'm delighted. Again, Chris is the only one I'm vibing with at the moment. Chris. The rest of you, what the hell are you on? Chris, you're my man. But yeah, no, Sister Act's just absolute classic.
Well, I'll finish up and just say a little bit about Mighty Ducks. The Mighty Ducks is a really great 90s film. And if anyone was going back to watch 90s films, I think they couldn't do a lot worse than watching that as a gateway into the series, or at least the next 3. I just think it's a really good kids film, really great film in general. Feel good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't pick the ones I thought I was going to pick, but those 3.
Okay. All right. So another 3 new films to the list. We've got Bram Stoker's Dracula, Sister Act, and The Mighty Ducks. Right. Let's move on to Lee. What are
You're
you
going to get another 3. Nell. Right. My 3 are Wayne's World,
Mhm. Yes.
Muppets Christmas Carol,
Okay.
and just because it was just, it's one of those films that no one else will mention it. Universal Soldier. I just
Okay.
love that.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Wayne's World, Muppets Christmas Carol, Universal Soldier. I get all those picks. I understood seeing all those. Universal Soldier. I remember watching, but it's not actually one franchise I've gone back to. I think Van Damme is probably one of the action heroes I didn't go back to that often. So yeah,
Dolph
but
Lundgren and Van Damme, yeah, it was a
yeah.
good face-off.
You didn't watch the one. You didn't watch. You didn't go back to Universal Soldier when our boy Johnny Fu is in the later one.
I don't think I've seen any of them since the original. So
I think I saw number 2.
there's
but
John
number 1
Boy. I
was
will go and
Six
have a look at that. But yeah,
W-
okay.
Wasn't Burt Reynolds in two of them?
I don't know.
Those were the straight to DVD runners.
Okay. Right. So our list is ever growing. We're going to come over to Greg. What are your 3 picks?
Well, I'm really glad that I just before Lee mentioned it, I went onto IMDb quickly just to double check that one of the films was 1992 because I was like, why the hell has no one mentioned it? And it was A Muppet's Christmas Carol. That was the one that was the sing along. That's my alternative to Home Alone 2 as a perennial Christmas favorite. I watched it this year. I watched it last year. I watch it every year. It is just absolutely amazing and a surprisingly accurate retelling of the Christmas Carol, which is surprising, mostly because Michael Caine said, "I don't care, this Muppet's around. I'm going to play it straight."
Yeah.
And it works. And then got Kermit the Frog, go, "Oh, Mr. Scrooge, hello everyone." So yeah, absolutely delighted that went in there. But I'm going to, just to make sure it does, I'm going to say A Muppet's Christmas Carol. I'm also going to say Sister Act to nail those 2 down, just to make sure they both go in. My fourth one, my third one is the one I was to mention, Satch, which is an amazing cast and I think an underrated film that doesn't get a lot of love, and it's Sneakers.
Never seen it.
I really thought, I swear I've had conversations with you about it, Satch. So maybe someone's my champion. Someone has seen it because it's a spy film about a ragtag group of sort of ex-CIA, ex-whatever, who sort of are like sort of spy people for hire. And it's an amazing, amazing film. I really recommend people go out and see it. But yeah, if no one's seen it, I don't see it going in. But it is really amazing. It's got Robert Redford, Dan Aykroyd, Sidney Poitier. It's got River Phoenix when he was younger. It has just everyone. It's a stunning, stunning film. So
Okay. All right. So at the moment, Sister Act and The Muppets Christmas Carol both are in the top 10 because they're the only films with 2 votes. So we either got to play this very smart or play a little different. So, okay, there are films on here which are in my top 10, but I think there's other films which I'd prefer to be in there. What I am going to do though is, damn, this is tough because I love Bram Stoker's Dracula and Batman Returns. There's definitely 2 that I
I
want.
think we got some vote offs. I think we
Yeah.
Just-
Okay, so there's one that I am going to put in there, and I can't believe nobody else has put this in there because White Men Can't Jump.
it's on my list, but just not on high list. There's a
No.
Yeah.
Like, as a really? So see, as a comedy, I watched that film so many times. The chemistry between those 2. So I'll throw that on there, and again, it might not come around to voting.
It's in my honourable mentions. Warren Can't Jump, but again, so you said it's one that I do be with all the time.
I'm gonna lock in Batman Returns, because I think that deserves to be on there. So I'm going to give that another vote. So that gets 2. So now we've got one more spot left, and I'm not going to pick one that's on the list because I want to go back around to voting because I think that'd be more fun. Because I could lock in something like Wayne's World or something like that, but I'm not going to. This film, I love with all my heart. My Cousin Vinny. I absolutely love that movie. So just great comedy. It almost feels like a Sunday afternoon type of movie. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like you can watch it anytime. It's not too aggressive anyway, and yeah, it's just perfect to me. So yeah, courtroom drama. Exactly. It was a year. It was a year for courtroom drama. So I'm going to throw My Cousin Vinny in there just to open up the floor a little bit. Okay. So that now takes us back to the list. So we can remove Batman Returns, we can remove Sister Act, and we can remove Muppets Christmas Carol because they make it all in. So before we go around to voting, I just want to kind of get an idea of everyone's top 10 to see kind of what was missed and so forth. So we'll go around in the same order. So Sasha, give us your top 10.
Top 10. Okay. Number 1, Aladdin. Number 2, A Few Good Men. Number 3, Hard Boiled. Number 4, Police Story 3, aka Super Cop. Number 5, Reservoir Dogs. Number 6, Batman Returns. Number 7, Glengarry Glen Ross. Number 8, The Distinguished Gentleman. Number 9, Patriot Games. And number 10, El Mariachi. My honorable mentions are The Muppets Christmas Carol, Porco Rosso by Studio Ghibli, and Under Siege.
Under Siege. Okay. There's just one scene I remember in that movie. So let's move on to Dave. I think you went second, did you? So Dave, what's your top 10?
Army of Darkness, Lost in the Mohicans, Reservoir Dogs, Memoirs of an Invisible Man, Batman Returns, Braindead, aka Dead or Alive, Candyman, Lethal Weapon 3, Patriot Games, and The Muppet Christmas Carol. And then on mentions Unforgiven, Bram Stoker's Dracula, and Fern Gully.
Gully, right.
The Avatar movie. Well, it is Avatar. For punkers, yeah. So yeah.
True. All right. Chris, give us your top 10.
My top 10, I've done pretty well today. So Aladdin number 1, Little Women number 2, Batman Returns number 3, Dracula, Bram Stoker's number 4, Sister Act number 5, Wayne's World number 6, Basic Instinct number 7, Reservoir Dogs number 8, Mighty Ducks number 9, Army of Darkness number 10. And then out of the rest, the remaining films, choosing 3, I'm going to choose something quite interesting. The River Runs Through It, which had Anthony Hopkins and Brad Pitt, and they were out living in the countryside, which is an amazing film. I think I have to also go with White Men Can't Jump. It's a great film. And then I'm going to go really left field, and I'm going to go Lorenzo's Oil, which was a film with, I think it's Nick Nolte, and it was just a medical drama. It was about a boy dealing with at the time was what it was now, and basically it was about him, and I think his wife was scissors around him, and they were just trying to get through by looking after him, and they were trying to get a breakthrough and get him onto treatment. And it was a really dramatic film where, yeah, it was just something that I watched with my family a couple of times, and I really dug it, and it was really interesting. It's a film that's always stuck with me.
Okay, cool. Moving on, Greg, I think you're up. So what is your top 10?
You sure it's not Lee next? I mean,
No, it's Lee.
go.
Sorry, no, you are
Yeah.
correct. It's Lee. Lee, what is your top 10?
Yeah. Number 1, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Number 2, Wayne's World. Number 3, Muppets Christmas Carol. Number 4, Batman Returns. Number 5, Universal Soldier. Number 6, Reservoir Dogs. Number 7, Under Siege. Number 8, Aladdin. Number 9, Sister Act. And number 10, Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Right, okay.
Honorable mentions, Last of the Mohicans, White Men Can't Jump, and The Bodyguard.
The Bodyguard, yes. Another one that could be sung. Okay. And now going over to you, Greg. What's your top 10?
Well, to be honest, if I knew Bill and Ted Bogus Journey was 1992, that would have been in there somewhere as for sure. I didn't realize it was. I didn't come across that one.
No, I was thinking the same, but
I think it's 91. I think. But I may be wrong. I may be wrong. Anyway.
But I had A Few Good Men at number 1, then A Muppets Christmas Carol, Sister Act, Sneakers, then The Bodyguard, which no one mentioned. I know it's a bit cheesy, but you know it's a good movie and good music. Scent of a Woman, My Cousin Vinny, Aladdin, Wayne's World, and Basic Instinct. Although in hindsight, the Basic Instinct, like the scene you probably rewatched in Under Siege, certain parts of the tape, that's how old we are, were worn out more than others. But I think it's a good thriller as well. My honourable mentions were Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, Reservoir Dogs, and Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Okay. Yeah, a little fact check. Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey was 91, so it came out in July 91 in the US.
No,
Oh, okay, I said to you earlier, isn't it, about
Yeah,
the
about
midday?
the
Someone must have got
release
confused.
date,
I think
yeah.
it got released in 1992 in UK.
That's quite possible. Yeah, exactly.
if you Google it though, if you Google Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey US release date, it comes with 3rd January 1992.
Does it? Well, I think it says earliest release. So, the thing about movies when they came out, then they used to do soft launches sometimes in certain territories in the States and stuff like that. So, I've got it down as its earliest release, July 91, but it's quite possible that, it was released on a wider scale later on, maybe early 92 or something like that. So, yeah. Okay. So then, right, my top 10, I had Aladdin, Batman Returns, Home Alone 2, White Men Can't Jump, Reservoir Dogs, Wayne's World, Scent of a Woman, Basic Instinct, because that film changed me from a boy to a man, Bram Stoker's Dracula, and My Cousin Vinny. My honorable mentions: A Few Good Men, Unforgiven, and one movie we watched a lot as a family, he's on TV an awful lot, was The Hand That Rocks the Cradle.
I've seen that.
Yeah, so that just kind of always stuck with me, because it's just creepy as hell, and I think it's Forrest Whitaker in that, his character in that, where he's got like this stutter and stuff like that, just really got me as a child because he played it so simple and stuff like that, and it's like, oh, this poor guy. So yeah, so it's an honorable mention for me. Right, so this takes us back to our voting for our final spot. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, it's about 12 movies. So we to narrow it down. Chris, go ahead.
I just on noting on the films we mentioned and everything else, there were a number of films that came up more than once for everybody. I think, and I think those were Reservoir Dogs came up in everybody's list pretty much. But I think 4 out of 5 lists or 5 out of 6 lists, Reservoir Dogs were on it.
That's what I was going to say. Actually, I was going to say
No one's put it forward.
But no one put it forward, so we can't say it. Add it.
So it doesn't go in. Right. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to ask you to give me 2 films out of this list. Okay. We'll try and narrow it down that way. So we've got Glengarry Glen Ross, The Distinguished Gentleman, Last of the Mohicans, Memoirs of an Invisible Man, Brain Dead, Dead or Alive, Bram Stoker's Dracula, The Mighty Ducks, Wayne's World, Universal Soldier, Sneakers, White Men Can't Jump, and My Cousin Vinny. Okay. So what I would suggest is don't vote for obscure ones because they're probably not going to go get in unless anyone's seen one make their top 10. So yeah, try and strategize it. Get
That was just the one. Sorry, just one.
one spot left. So yeah, so I just want you to pick 2, but there's one spot.
Oh, 2. Could you read them off again? Sorry.
Yeah. Glengarry Glen Ross, The Distinguished Gentleman, Last of the Mohicans, Memoirs of an Invisible Man, Brain Dead, Bram Stoker's Dracula, The Mighty Ducks, Wayne's World, Universal Soldier, Sneakers, White Men Can't Jump, My Cousin Vinny. So Sasha, give me your picks.
How many do I get to pick?
Just 2.
Okay.
I don't know. It's Frozen. I was just thinking.
I'm thinking. Wait, shit.
Yeah, the other option is I can just delete all the ones that it's only ever been on one person's list. So that's the other option.
Because I've changed mine. So
It's all okay.
I'm gonna throw in Distinguished Gentleman,
Yeah.
Glengarry Glen Ross. Just to fight for my list.
We'll just ignore my instructions completely.
Damn straight.
Son of a bitch. Right, okay. Dave, what are your 2 picks? And if you say Invisible Man and Brain Dead.
No. I'm gonna play top. I'm gonna play both together. Lost in Hickens, yes, but also then I will support someone else on the Universal Soldier because I do love that movie. I do. Sorry, I do.
Can I retract one of mine? I'll put Universal Soldier as well. The Godfather. Oh my god.
No, that's not cheating. No, I'm not allowing it.
Oh no, I wasn't going to pick Universal Soldier, but now you 2 picked it. I'll have to pick it. I was looking at something else. I didn't pick anyone else to sit.
Right. We're coming across to Chris. What are your 2?
Bram Stoker's Dracula and Wayne's World. Being sexy.
Okay, they are the right choices. So well,
Yes.
yeah, thank you. What else have we got? Like Lee, what are your two?
Oh, I don't know.
Don't do it, Lee.
Wayne's
Don't
World,
do it, Lee.
Wayne's World for sure. Wayne's World for sure.
Okay.
And then I was going for White Men Can't Jump, but now those two have gone for Universal Soldier. I watched that.
No,
one.
that just doesn't count. He hasn't changed his. There's only one vote for Universal Soldier.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'll go for White Men Can't Jump.
Okay. Right. Greg, we're coming over to you.
Yeah, I have listened to your advice. I'm not going to die on my cross of sneakers because you heathens haven't watched it. Although, add that to your list, dudes. Add it to your list. I'm going to go with Wayne's World, and I'm going to go with My Cousin Vinny.
Okay.
Was that one of the ones that was on the list, My Cousin Vinny?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Sneakers is gone. The Mighty Ducks is gone. Brain Dead is gone. Memoirs of an Invisible Man gone. Right. So it's 1, 2, 3. Okay. So, well, at the moment, it doesn't make a difference because Wayne's World has got 3 votes, and doesn't matter what else I vote for, that's going in. So
Right.
it's Wayne's World. Wayne's World moves the top 10.
Out of curiosity, what would you have chosen?
I probably would have gone for Bram Stoker's Dracula, and it would have been either Wayne's World or White Men Can't Jump. So I'm happy for Wayne's World to go in there, so that could have an extra vote, and then that's 4. So, but yeah, Bram Stoker's Dracula, White Men Can't Jump, My Cousin Vinny, they're all in my top 10. So happy for any of those. Right.
I haven't seen half of these films, so like, for me, what was it? Universal Soldier. That was like the obvious choice for me, man, because I haven't seen half of this.
Fair enough.
Brain Dead. I like it, but I've only seen it once, and it's not in my top 10.
Yeah,
So
no, I couldn't be having Universal Soldier as one of the top 10 best films of 92. I know Lee loves it, but I'm just like,
ain't nothing wrong with the muscles from Brussels, man, especially in the night.
it's
I mean, it was good in 1992, and I enjoyed it in 1992 when I was 14 years old, but it hasn't stood the test of time at all.
all
I just want to eat.
Right, so that is our top 10 movies of 1992. So we've got Hard Boiled, Army of Darkness, Scent of a Woman, Home Alone 2, A Few Good Men, Aladdin, A Muppet's Christmas Carol, Sister Act, Batman Returns, and Wayne's World. I think it's a pretty solid list. Very well rounded. Chris,
Just before we go, I think we really need to, once we've got this all sorted for the decade, we need to do a decade of list.
oh yeah, we do.
10 list against
Yeah,
all top ones in the decade.
yeah.
The 90s are going to be a solid list.
It's going to be great. Yeah, no, we did that for the 80s. So yeah, we did each year, and then we did the best of the 80s. So you can only pick films that have made the previous top 10s. So you can just bring in other random films. So yeah, so all the medals go toward final decade voting, exactly that. So yeah, no, that'll be fun.
Who's the third away with?
I mean, I think I had to read out like 100 films for the nomination. Sorry, I didn't. So it did take a while. But yeah. Right. That's it. Thank you very much, guys. Really great show. Really appreciate this. Love doing this series. And does anybody else in the room want to plug anything? Talk about? Obviously, Greg, we mentioned about your book already, so we're really looking forward to that this year. But if there's anything else you want to add, Sasha, anybody else want to talk about anything?
No, we're good.
Good. All right, cool. Well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. We really appreciate it. Let us know your thoughts on the top 10. Did we make some massive errors? Were there some other movies we should put in this ahead of others? Please let us know. And but let us know your thoughts for 1993. That'll be an upcoming episode. And as I've said, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe and hit that bell to get notified of our new episodes. And if you're listening to us on audio podcast, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and drop us a review. 5 stars would be lovely. And that's it. So until next time, thank you very much for everyone being here. Thank you very much for everybody at home or wherever you may be. And until next time, peace out.